So if a friend, someone you know, someone you're close with, starts exhibiting jealous, competitive, envious behavior, run. So I have dealt with this for most of my life, encountering these type of people, and it is one of the most exhausting, devastating things to deal with. And, I will say there are a lot of people who will say, like, oh, she was jealous of me, or like, hater, they're being a hater, or they think they have so many haters and everyone's jealous. And, they do this to boost their own ego. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you literally just feel something is off. You might not even like fully be able to put words to it, so you might ignore it, but just in your body, you feel something's not right when you're with this person. Because I'm telling you, 99% of the time, your intuition was always right. So, a good way to test this is, if you're in person with someone, say something really positive that happens, or just like really go off about how amazing your day was, or something crazy that happens, and watch their reaction. So, someone who is deep in the stages of, competitiveness or envy, it's going to be written all over their face. So, I personally noticed this when I bought my house. I had invited a ton of people over, just all separately, different times to see it. I was so excited. It's a big deal. I'm in my 20s, so it's a huge accomplishment, and it wasn't like a small house either. Um, and the difference between the people I felt supported me and those that were low key, mad, jealous, was so obvious. So the people that I, felt were supportive and that I knew were happy for me were so excited. Like we were talking like decorating, like, oh my gosh, how are you gonna decorate this? Or like I was telling them my vision for different rooms and they were like, giving feedback, like really loving it, excited, happy for me. The people that I felt were kind of sus were either A, very quiet. So, one person I had showed them around and it was like almost like every room they got quieter and quieter, just like, okay, nice. And I'm like, it occurred to me, I'm like, at that point, it's taking more energy for you to be quiet because you're clearly experiencing something emotionally, like it's written all over your face. It's taking more energy for you to silence yourself than it is to just say whatever it is you want to say. Another person was literally like talking over me the whole time and like flipping everything and making it about themselves. Like, oh, well, at my job, like this just happened and I just did this. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but it seems like I didn't say this, but I'm thinking like every time like I'm trying to give you the tour, like, you want to see it, you're flipping it about something that happens to you, making it about you. And I'm like, this is like one time I feel like should maybe be a little bit of my moment. And, those types of experiences, they just put a damper on your accomplishments. And, for a while around certain people, I would just not say like, things I was proud of or that I had accomplished because I didn't want it to come off as bragging, which is so dumb because if you think about it, like what are friends for? You should be able to share what you are doing happily and feel like you're going to be supported and others are going to be happy for you. Never has someone said something positive that happened to them and I took it as like an attack on myself or I went into like defensive mode or I started talking about what I have, blah blah blah. Like that's a sign they don't want the best for you. But I do want to say, we are all human. It's normal to experience a little bit of envy when, you see someone doing something you want or an experience that you want to have. That's normal. So don't let a temporary blip, really get in the way of that, but really go by how you feel around this person. Do I feel like I can authentically be myself, that they're going to be supportive? Do I feel like they're talking about me instead behind my back, or like they're trying to take my moment or downplay my achievements? Because those are things you just shouldn't tolerate. That is not fair, and you don't want to be around people like that.